Guys, day 61 of the 100 Days of LeetCode. We got a medium problem, letter combinations of a phone number. Let's do it. So we're given a string containing digits from 2 to 9 inclusive, and we want to return all possible letter combinations that the number could represent. And we basically got phone, keypad shown here, and of course each number maps to a certain letter. There 2 is ABC, 3 is D, E, F, and so on. So we want to basically, if we have 2 or 3, we want to return all the possible combinations of the letters of 2 and 3. Okay, and here's another one. If there are no digits, we want to just return an empty list. So that's how we're going to start off, actually, is we're just going to check whether or not digits is an empty string. Excuse me, I think I said list over there. We're just going to return an empty list. Okay, so the first step we're going to do is we're just going to code the mapping of the numbers to letters, and just out of sheer laziness I have it here on another monitor, so I'm just going to copy and paste it. So you can do this, you can define a function letter list number, and it'll basically use a match statement, which is like a switch statement in Python, and it'll basically return all the potential letters in a list mapped to that number. So if you want to pause the video, go ahead, copy that down. We're going to need that. All right, so now after this, basically what the plan is we're just going to find a way to code all the possible Cartesian products of all the letters in, or all the numbers in the digits string, right? Because if we have 2 and 3, then essentially what we're doing is we're basically just taking the Cartesian product of this, it's a list here, but it's a set in set theory, and of this set, or list in Python, right? And that's what this is. So we take one number from each list, from each set, and these are all the potential combinations. All right, so that's basically what we're going to be doing here. All right, so hopefully that all made sense to you. So what we're going to be doing now is we're just going to be creating, well, I'll just call it a list of lists, and it's going to start off as an empty list. So what we're going to do is we're basically going to append all the lists that we have from this digits array, right? So if we have, 2, 3, and 4 in this list of lists, we're going to add, these 3 lists to it, okay? And then we're going to use a function to basically compute the Cartesian product of all of those lists. So what we can do is we can say for I in digits, because digits is a string, right? So we can just iterate through it. Lists of lists dot append letter list, right? Because that's the name of our function of, and actually not number, that's the name of the argument. We're going to do int I, right? And the reason why we're doing int I, of course, is because the way I coded it is just for this to take an integer in the checks. So you can do it whatever way you want, but basically what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be appending whatever list we need to append for whatever is in the digits. All right, so now we have that, and now what we want to do is we want to use a function from itertools. I've used itertools a bunch in these tutorials, so we're going to be using it again. So that's what we're going to be doing, and let's do that. So we're going to be creating another list here. We can just say, we can call it result list, and we're going to make it equal to a list, and then we're going to do itertools.product to get the Cartesian product. And then we're going to pass in each particular list in the list of lists as a parameter. And we do that by using this little asterisk here. And that will basically ensure that each list in lists of lists is passed individually. So I'm just going to show you what we still have to do, because this still isn't all the way there. Yeah, I bet you I meant equals equals. That's what I meant. Right, so now we have the output, but it still has individual elements as opposed to one string that we append, right? So we still have a bunch of lists, and we need to convert those, of course, to strings. So this is just simple code. What we can do is we can just say for I in range length result list, And what we can do is we basically want to take this list that we have and we want to just convert it into a string and just replace it. So we can just say the string is an empty string, and we can do for j in result list I, the string dot, or not append in Python, we can do the string plus or equals to just j, right? And then we want to replace this new string that we have, or sorry, we want to replace the old list that we have with this new string. And we can just do something like that. Result list I is equal to the string. And see, now we have all these strings instead of those lists. And we can submit it. And we're good. All right, so that's how we solve that one. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe. Today was day 61. That means we got another 39 days to go.